a city where ancient temples stand next to glass skyscrapers, and a $2 meal can change your life. Kuala Lumpur is the kind of city that catches you off guard. You arrive expecting a quick stopover, and 2 weeks later, you're still here. With 13.9 million visitors in 2024, KL is Southeast Asia's third most visited capital. But unlike Bangkok or Singapore, it flies under the radar, and that's exactly what makes it special. From the iconic Petronas towers piercing the sky at 452 meters to hidden temples tucked behind shopping malls, this is a city of contrasts that somehow all work together. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll break down everything you need to know: where to stay, how to get around, the best food you'll find for under $3, and the day trips that most tourists completely miss. Kuala Lumpur sits right in the heart of peninsular Malaysia, just 3 degrees north of the equator. The name literally translates to muddy confluence, named after the spot where 2 rivers meet. What makes KL genuinely unique is its multicultural DNA. The population is roughly 50% Malay, 25% Chinese, and 10% Indian, with dozens of other communities mixed in. You can hear the call to prayer from a mosque, walk 2 blocks to a Chinese temple, and end up at a Hindu shrine, all before lunch. English is widely spoken, especially in tourist areas, making it one of the easiest cities in Southeast Asia to navigate. And with the ringgit sitting at about 4-to-1 against the US dollar, your money stretches further than you'd expect. If KL has a beating heart, it's Bukit Bintang. This neon-lit district is the city's answer to Times Square, packed with mega malls like Pavilion KL and the brand-new Exchange TRX. But the real magic happens after dark. Jalan Alor transforms into a 500-meter stretch of sizzling woks, grilled seafood, and sauté smoke. And just around the corner, Etiquette is where the rooftop bars and live music keep going until 3 a.m. A 10-minute walk north puts you in KLCC, Kuala Lumpur city center. This is where the Petronas towers dominate the skyline, and the 50-acre KLCC park offers a green escape right at their base. If you're a first-time visitor, staying somewhere between Bukit Bintang and KLCC gives you the best of both worlds. Chinatown, centered around Petaling Street, is pure sensory overload. Knockoff watches, authentic dim sum, and the smell of incense pouring out of 150-year-old temples. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it's one of the most genuine corners of the city. A short train ride away, Brickfields, also known as Little India, sits right next to KL Central. This is where you'll find the city's best banana leaf rice, sari shops in every color, and temples that light up the street. Then there's Bangsar. If Bukit Bintang is the tourist hub, Bangsar is where the locals actually hang out. Think specialty coffee shops, weekend markets, and rooftop cocktail bars with none of the tourist markup. Quick tip: base yourself in Bukit Bintang for your first visit. Everything is walkable, the MRT station is right there, and Jalan Alor is your midnight snack backup plan. KL's public transit is surprisingly good for a Southeast Asian capital. The network includes 2 MRT lines, 3 LRT lines, and a monorail that connects Bukit Bintang to KL Central. A single ride costs between 1 and 6 ringgit, which is roughly 25 cents to $1.50. If you're staying longer, the MY50 pass gives you unlimited rides on all rail and bus services for just 50 ringgit per month, about $12.50. KL Central is the main hub where everything connects: MRT, LRT, monorail, and the Airport Express. Think of it as Grand Central Station, but with better food. For everything the trains don't cover, there's Grab. It's the dominant ride-hailing app since Uber left Southeast Asia in 2018. Base fare is just 2 ringgit, and most trips within the city run 8 to 25 ringgit, which is $2 to $6. Download it before you land. Getting from KLIA to the city center is straightforward. The KLIA Express is the fastest option. 28 minutes nonstop to KL Central for 55 ringgit, about $13. Trains run every 15 to 20 minutes. If you're traveling with family, the family ticket covers 2 adults and 2 children for 120 ringgit, which works out cheaper than taking a Grab. Speaking of Grab, expect 45 to 75 minutes depending on traffic and anywhere from 65 to 120 ringgit. Rush hour and rain can double both the time and the price. The budget option is the airport bus at 12 to 15 ringgit, but it takes about an hour and drops you at KL Central, so factor in a connecting train or ride from there. Here's something most guides won't tell you. If you're arriving at KLIA2, the low-cost terminal, the KLIA Transit is actually a better deal. Same price, only 3 extra minutes, and it stops at Putrajaya on the way in case you want to explore. The Petronas Twin Towers are the kind of building that makes you stop and stare no matter how many photos you've seen. At 452 meters, or 1,483 feet, they held the world's tallest building title for 6 years and remain the tallest twin towers on the planet. The skybridge connecting the 2 towers sits on floors 41 and 42, about 170 meters above ground. The observation deck on floor 86 gives you a panoramic view that stretches to the mountains on a clear day. Tickets are 127 ringgit on weekdays, 137 on weekends, roughly $32 to $35. They sell out fast during peak season, so booking online at least a day ahead is essential. Even if you skip the tower visit, the KLCC park at the base is worth the walk. A 50-acre green oasis with jogging paths, a children's playground, and a lake with synchronized fountain shows every evening. Batu Caves is probably the most photographed spot in all of Malaysia, and for good reason. The 272 rainbow-painted steps leading up to a 400-million-year-old limestone cave are an image you don't forget. At the base, a 42.7-meter golden statue of Lord Murugan, one of the tallest Hindu deity statues in the world, sets the scale. The main temple cave is free to enter, and inside you'll find Hindu shrines surrounded by cathedral-like limestone formations with natural skylights breaking through the rock. Getting here is easy. The KTM commuter train from KL Central takes about 30 minutes and costs under 3 ringgit. Or a Grab runs about 15 to 25 ringgit from the city center. If you time it right, the annual Thaipusam festival in January or February draws over 1 million devotees and is one of the most spectacular religious celebrations in Southeast Asia. Get there before 9 a.m. By mid-morning, the steps are packed with tour groups, and the tropical heat makes the climb twice as hard. Early birds get the caves almost to themselves. KL Tower, or Menara KL, stands at 421 meters and offers arguably the best view of the Petronas Towers from its open-air sky deck. Tickets are 99 ringgit, about $25, and unlike the Petronas Towers, they rarely sell out. Merdeka Square is where Malaysia declared independence from Britain on August 31, 1957. The square itself is free to visit, and the surrounding colonial architecture, including the stunning Sultan Abdul Samad building, makes for some of the best photos in the city. For something unexpected, the Islamic Arts Museum is a hidden gem that even many locals haven't visited. For just 20 ringgit, about $5, you get access to over 7,000 artifacts, intricate architectural models of famous mosques worldwide, and one of the most beautifully designed museum interiors in Southeast Asia. Beyond Batu Caves, KL is home to some extraordinary temples that fly completely under the tourist radar. Thian Ho Temple, one of the largest Chinese temples in Southeast Asia, sits on a hilltop with panoramic city views. The multi-tiered pagoda is especially stunning at sunset, and entry is completely free. In the heart of Chinatown, the Sri Mahamariamman Temple dates back to 1873 and is the oldest Hindu temple in KL. The ornate Gopuram, the tower above the entrance, is covered in 228 hand-painted Hindu deities. What makes KL remarkable is that these temples exist alongside some of the most beautiful mosques in the region. The National Mosque, Masjid Negara, features a striking 73-meter minaret and a star-shaped roof. Non-Muslim visitors are welcome outside of prayer times, and free robes are provided at the entrance. KL might be the most underrated food city on the planet. The combination of Malay, Chinese, and Indian cuisines, all competing for your taste buds on the same street, creates something you simply can't replicate anywhere else. Start with nasi lemak, Malaysia's national dish. Fragrant coconut rice served with spicy sambal, crispy anchovies, roasted peanuts, and a fried egg. A plate costs 5 to 10 ringgit, about $1.20 to $2.50, and Malaysians eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Roti canai is the Indian-influenced flatbread that's been perfected here. Watching a Mamak stall vendor flip the dough into paper-thin sheets before grilling it crispy is dinner and a show. A plate with curry-dipping sauce starts at just 2 ringgit, about 50 cents. Then there's satay, grilled meat skewers served with peanut sauce. Order a minimum of 10 sticks, dip generously, and you'll understand why this street snack has conquered the world. Jalan Alor is where KL's food culture comes alive. This 500-meter stretch in the heart of Bukit Bintang transforms every evening into an open-air food festival with roughly 200 stalls and restaurants. Grilled chicken wings basted in honey and soy sauce. Stingray wrapped in banana leaf with chili sambal. Charcoal grilled corn rolled in butter. The smoke, the noise, the energy. It's the most exciting food street in Southeast Asia. Beyond Jalan Alor, the hawker center scene runs deep. Lot 10 Hutong, hidden beneath a luxury mall. Here it's the best heritage hawker stalls under one roof. ICC Pudu is where locals go for the most authentic, no-frills experience. And Madras Lane in Chinatown serves curry laksa that people cross the city for. A piece of advice: Jalan Alor gets packed on weekends. Go on a Tuesday or Wednesday night around 6 p.m., grab a table before the rush, and you'll have time to actually taste everything without fighting for a seat. No KL food tour is complete without sendal. Shaved ice drenched in coconut milk and palm sugar syrup, topped with green pandan jelly noodles and red beans. At 3 to 6 ringgit, about 70 cents to $1.50, it's the perfect antidote to KL's tropical heat. Teh tarik, literally pulled tea, is Malaysia's unofficial national drink. Hot milk tea poured back and forth between 2 containers from arm's length, creating a frothy, creamy texture. Every Mamak stall serves it, and at 2 to 4 ringgit, it might be the best 50-cent drink in the world. For something more substantial, laksa delivers a punch. This spicy coconut noodle soup comes in regional variations, but KL's version balances rich coconut broth with shrimp paste and a hit of chili that builds slowly. Expect 7 to 12 ringgit at most hawker stalls. One of KL's biggest advantages is how easily you can escape the city for a completely different experience. Genting Highlands sits about 60 kilometers away and 1,860 meters above sea level, where temperatures drop to a refreshing 15 to 25 degrees Celsius or 59 to 77 Fahrenheit. The Awana Skyway cable car ride up is worth it alone, with views over untouched rainforest canopy. At the top, you'll find Southeast Asia's largest indoor theme park, premium outlet shopping, and on a clear day, views that stretch all the way to the Strait of Malacca. A bus from KL Central costs just 11 to 15 ringgit. Closer to home, Putrajaya is Malaysia's administrative capital, and it's an architectural playground. The pink-domed Putra Mosque reflecting off the man-made lake, the futuristic Putrajaya Bridge, and perfectly manicured gardens make it feel like a different country entirely. It's only 25 kilometers south of KL and easily reachable by the KLIA Transit for about 14 ringgit. If you can only do one-day trip from KL, make it Malacca. This UNESCO World Heritage City sits 150 kilometers south and packs 500 years of colonial history into a compact, walkable town. The Portuguese built a Famosa fortress here in 1511. The Dutch left behind the Red Stadhuis and Christ Church. The British added their own layer of colonial architecture. Jonker Street is the main artery, filled with antique shops, art galleries, and some of the best Nyonya cuisine in the country. Chicken rice balls, a Malacca specialty, are worth the trip alone. A bus from Terminal Bersepadu Selatan, known as TBS, costs 10 to 15 ringgit and takes about 2 hours. The last return bus is usually around 10 p.m., giving you plenty of time to explore. Here's the thing about Malacca. If you can stay overnight on a Friday or Saturday, do it. The Jonker Street night market only runs on weekends, and it completely transforms the town with food stalls, live music, and a vibe you won't find during the day. KL is one of the best value destinations in Asia, and the numbers prove it. A budget traveler can comfortably get by on about $37 per day, or 145 ringgit. That covers a clean hostel bed for $10 to $15, 3 hawker meals for under $5 each, and unlimited public transit for a few dollars. Mid-range travelers spending $70 to $120 per day get access to 4-star hotels, sit-down restaurants, attraction tickets, and a mix of grab rides and trains. This is the sweet spot where you can experience KL's best without watching every ringgit. At the luxury end, $200+ per day opens up 5-star properties like the Mandarin Oriental at the base of the Petronas Towers, fine dining, and private car transfers. For context, a comparable trip in Singapore would cost roughly 2 to 3 times more, and Tokyo about twice as much. KL delivers a similar quality of experience at a fraction of the price, and that's not an exaggeration. KL sits almost on the equator, so temperatures hover around 27 to 33 degrees Celsius, or 80 to 91 Fahrenheit, year-round. There's no winter here, just wet and less wet. The driest months are May through July, with June and July seeing fewer than 10 rainy days each. But even during the wetter months, rain usually arrives in short, intense afternoon bursts, not all-day downpours. Carry a compact umbrella and you'll be fine. Safety-wise, KL ranks 35th globally in the Safe Cities Index. Violent crime against tourists is rare, but petty theft happens, especially bag snatching on busy streets. Use Grab instead of flagging random taxis. Keep your phone secure, and you'll avoid 90% of the issues. The cultural etiquette is worth knowing. Use your right hand for eating and handing over items. Remove shoes before entering mosques and temples. And if you're visiting during Ramadan, avoid eating or drinking visibly in front of people who are fasting, especially in more conservative areas. One thing that catches visitors off guard: dress code for mosques is strict. Cover your arms to the elbows, legs below the knee, and women need a headscarf. But most major mosques, including the National Mosque, provide free robes at the entrance, so don't let that stop you from visiting. Kuala Lumpur is one of those cities that rewards you the deeper you dig. The food alone is worth the flight, and everything else is a bonus. If you found this guide helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next destination breakdown. Now we want to hear from you. Are you team street food on Jalan Alor or team rooftop cocktails in Bangsar? Drop your pick in the comments.